Frequent.
Frequent flyer?
Possibly.
Frequent traveler?
Are you a passerby? Do you have boundaries? So you're stuck in this area?
It is wiggly.
The words are getting farther and fewer between.
Yeah, it's because I've used all my energy.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to hear
What do you know?
the rest of
Yeah.
what we know?
Yeah. Yeah. You got it?
So the current homeowner is the son of the man and woman who built this house.
Gotcha.
Okay? He
She died.
purchased.
She died.
She did die. The mother died.
Yes.
And so that left the dad and the son here in this house. The dad got ill, is still ill, and is in a nursing home right now. And Rob, God love him, has been through a lot of battles in his life. He was born, I believe, with spina bifida. And so he has a lot of health issues that go along with that. And I'm going to say not quite 10 years ago.
Hear the footsteps.
He heard footsteps. Yep, he did. But he was in a very tragic car accident. Okay, so he was injured in the car accident. And so more health issues, right? which then led to depression, which then led to, it just kind of was this natural progression, feeding frenzy of negativity. And he would call me, and I've known this family for a long time. He would call me and say, "That damn poltergeist is at it again," and jokingly. Okay. But things would move in this house. Things would just go missing. You would lay something down. You'd come back to get it and it's gone. You can't find it anywhere. It's no logical place. You literally just laid it down and you can't find it. That would happen all the time in this house. So between furniture, electronics, electrical issues, all right, and the fact that when Rob would lay down and go to bed at night, he would tell me it was like he could just see like gray people walking by him in that half sleep, half awake state, right before you drift off into dreamland.
Mine.
Oh, was that you? But it was like this conveyor belt of people just walking by his bed.
That's why I got gray.
Yes. When you said that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because I never told you that. But he said it was almost like a gray apparition, right? But there were several of them. And it was almost like out of your peripheral vision, you sensed it and you saw it, but when you looked, nothing was there.
Right.
Okay, and so that would happen all the time. Other things would happen where there were accidents on the property. His dad fell. Rob was upstairs in his master suite where the portals are. That was Rob's room. That heavy, dark, you could feel it when you walked in, right? That was his room. And so his dad fell outside on the driveway, but Rob heard him in the next room saying, "Help me." Like he was in the next room. And Rob walked out of his bedroom and he wasn't upstairs. He was laying injured at the bottom of the driveway. But there's no windows on that side of his room towards the front. You know what I mean? Like I think it would be really hard to hear that.
But there's no way that you would have been able to hear it. And I've had that happen before where you can hear them, but they sound
Nicola.
far away.
Nicola.
That's an old name.
So.
Yeah. So that would happen, and then I know I know there have been past investigations, right, with your family members, and they have issues on up the street that are very similar.
Very, very similar.
And
Very similar, like almost exact. Not so much the gray guys, but like you can see full on entities, like black, like, but you can make out like, oh, a top hat, or
it's people shaped entities, right? So I sold every house I've sold in this neighborhood has had an issue. So I'm going out on a limb here to say it's not just this house.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Yeah. Sorry.
So there's been a lot of issues in this whole neighborhood. So I think that there is something to do with the land. It's the only thing that makes sense. If these homes were built, or some of these homes were built, at least on top of or in close vicinity to an abandoned graveyard that nobody knows exists, is probably makes complete sense to me. But
if the workers that worked for the builder, yes, you're draining everybody's energy.
There's not going to be any energy in a minute.
Dug up anything, they weren't going to say anything.
That's exactly right.
So
That's exactly what I have pictured.
Yes.
I said that from day
Like,
one.
I'm not saying a word because
Right.
this will stop this job site,
Correct.
right?
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
And that is exactly what I think happened. That is to my core what
Yeah.
I think happened.
Sure.
I have
sure.
no
You know,
doubt.
and they just told themselves, oh, it's probably animal.
No,
Okay.
exactly. That's,
Yeah.
I get that too.
You can
Whether
tell the
they
difference,
believed
right?
it or not, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So those graves were disturbed. That's what that's everything that I mean that I sense anyway. Who am I? But I will tell you, the minute I walked into this house the first time, I knew there was something going on. It's that gut, you feel it in your gut. Like
Yes.
you feel it
Like
in
you
your
are
person.
so sure about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then in the basement, when I was helping them move, there were about 3 or 4 males,
Mm-hmm.
spirit males, that rushed me in that basement and smothered me to the point where I had to physically leave the house. Like I had to leave the house and put my barriers up and so that I was able to come back in.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't prepared for that.
And same thing happens at my brother's.
Okay.
Like he's not like a wuss or, you know, he's,
People are afraid to talk about this stuff.
This was my home.
No.
I'm sorry. Oh.
do you think it's the
Well, but you know,